No. It was good.
Oh, good. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Still watching Alan G on top of a pit box, so not great.
I'm Dylan Allen,
I'm Cody.
aka DA. Cody. God, it's
I
my
always
fucking
forget.
brain.
I always forget which one I go.
My name's Dylan Allen, aka DA the Steppa.
I'm Dylan, aka Dumb Dick.
I'm Hunter, aka Shake and Bake, aka Alan G Hater.
My name's Cody, aka Cody the Bear.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Discuss.
Well, I unfortunately was not able to watch any of the action this week because I was in Arizona all last week, and I've been busy running around all over there, so I can't give a proper opinion, unfortunately. So you can just go ahead and skip me.
I give it a 7.1. You kind of hit my points. Not mad at it. Something about time from ninth to first. Send it on the bottom.
Me personally, I thought that was an extremely good truck race. I would give that about probably a 7.8, pretty dang close to an 8. I mean, that was I thought it was a really, really good truck race. I mean, and I think maybe there's a little bit of bias that my pick did, get it done. So
I was able to watch the whole race. I thought it was actually really decent in a lot of battles and Chastain with a menace all night. So that was pretty fun to watch. But honestly, overall, and like seeing how the finish was and seeing how much battling there was overall in the whole field, at different points of positions, I would probably give it like a 7.7.
Mm. Yeah, I just definitely wasn't clear. I don't remember much of it, to be honest. Feel like Friday night's kind of like a fever dream. Pretty sure I slept most of the day anyway once I got home. So, but upside down face definitely worth the race.
I'll go ahead. Yeah, I mean, looking at the replay and when it happened, it took them a second, I feel like, to find the replay of what happened, I feel like. But I just thought it was a very stupid move on Akram's part because, like, there's just, like, obviously it could have been a spotter thing as well, because that's always a big thing when it comes to racing on the track side by side. But, like, there's just no shot that he thought he was clear because he wasn't even clear at any point in the corner at all. So that's just like, it makes you think, like, you're like, why are you going up anyway? And then, like you said, he said some stuff on X, and that was pretty funny. Cause I think Dunboy sent like a picture of it into our chat, and I just started dying laughing. And he, even in his interview, he was furious after he got wrecked out. But man, now I don't know. I just thought it was pretty stupid on Akram's, sorry, upside down face. Uh, his part.
I think they'll definitely race different, but I gotta look at the points again. I had him up and lost him, but depending where he's at, I think if it comes down to it and you need that and it's him, yeah, you're absolutely something's happening. You're getting dumped or something.
Yeah, yeah, I can. I'd say there's for sure gonna be retaliation. You remember a couple, maybe like a long while ago, that he got mad at Christian Eckes and spun him at Texas a long time ago. So I think we might see something similar to that because I think he is prone to blowing up and getting his get back, as they say.
Uh, can you say the question one more time just to make sure I had it correctly? Oh yeah, I don't. I think there's no doubt that he retaliates at all. I mean, if it, like Dumbo said, if it comes down to it, it's just gonna have to happen, and especially like if it's him or especially if it actually messes Ingram up in general, by taking him out early in the race or not to get any points or anything, something like that. I think he'll definitely retaliate at some point.
Sorry, I had to clean something up. My dog was being a menace, but I had my AirPods on, so I heard the question. The first question, um, kind of just talking about the situation. Um, yeah, Ankrum. I don't really know what's going through your mind that early in the race. Ben Rhodes has every right to be mad. Um, the second question, I think Ben Rhodes probably does retaliate, but I think Ben Rhodes is also Ben Rhodes. I mean, I don't think it really takes much for him to feel like he needs to retaliate. Kind of what DA touched on with Texas. And then I don't know, he's just kind of a head case. Like even after Texas, he tried to like defend himself and say that he didn't do it, but he did do it, but he didn't mean to do it, but he probably should have meant to do it. But I don't know. Ben Rhodes is a head case. I'm honestly kind of shocked that he is a champion, but you know, I think he's talented, but still just doesn't mentally have it all correct. But he'll retaliate, and he'll probably pay the price for it. Oh no, you're good.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and get this pulled up if y'all want to continue to talk for a second. Yep. Yeah, first I want to mention Corey Haim on the win. The move he did to get the win. I mean, where have we seen this before? Last year at Phoenix, that was insane. He did it at a track that's obviously you can do it at with all the lanes that are below, and wherever you can find grip, you're gonna go there. At Darlington, that's just how it is. But he was able to find enough grip and stick up there and keep going. And then Christian Eckes was finished third. Chastain finished second. Eckes had uh, a struggle day at the start, and then he had a very good long run truck, and it came to play at the end of stage one as well. Honeycutt was finished fourth. He was easily the fastest truck all day, or all night, as I should say, I guess. Um, but I'm surprised, like once that, I think there's a caution where he kind of got stuck, and then after that, he just was never able to make his way back up to the leaders like Eckes and Chastain and Hocevar. Connor Mosdek in fifth. That's pretty good for him as well. Bill in sixth. I thought he was going to finish a little bit better, just knowing his experience in trucks as well. In figure seventh, Gio Ruggiero in eighth, Emmerich in ninth. So Wallach in one. I think he wrecked like 30 laps into the race, did he not? And so him to come back and finish top 10 was pretty wild. AJ Allmendinger, first time in a truck in a while, finished 11th, so that's pretty impressive for him. Lane Riggs in 12th. It's really about the top 12 that stood out. Um, Connor Jones had a good run, finishing 16th. Frankie Muniz with the 18th as well. And then I feel like the Ram trucks weren't. Yeah, I just seen it. I was like, the heck? Oh, I skipped over him. Timmy Hill was 14th. Okay, heck yeah. Dawson Sutton with the top 20 as well. And then I feel like Ram kind of struggled on Friday. I feel like that was kind of a trek. But like I feel like they'd kind of be strong. It kind of surprised me. Kosovar wrecked late in the race, and he was definitely going to win that race if it wasn't for he had sparks. I know at the end as well of the race, something was going on. I think it was like the track bar, not the track bar, but it was something else that was like sparking on the ground. And then his right front went down, so that was great for him. And obviously Ben Rhodes finishing last with what happened on lap two. So I think there's a lot of good finishers and not many surprise like DNS really. Just kind of things happen.
Yeah. From what I saw with the O'Reillys, honestly, kind of just it was a put you to sleep race to like right at the end, and I don't know what happened to Larson. I'm sure we'll get into it, but he just fell off out of nowhere. So I give it like a 6.4.
Oh, we're skipping. I forgot. So five is like an average race, right?
Yeah.
It's a clip. Um, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the race was a 4. I personally thought that it was one of the most boring races I've ever seen in my life until the end of that race. I felt like it was extremely hard to pass, which I feel like it's never really an issue with these cars. And yeah, I'm gonna go a 4. I thought the race really stunk.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I completely agree with Hunter. I thought the race was horrible for O'Reilly standards at Darlington. They've always had good races there, good finishing, good battles. And I don't know what was up with this year. I guess just Larson being there, I guess just kind of ruined it, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. But and then once he got behind Allgaier, he stunk. He stunk behind Allgaier. But man, what a bad race. I'm honestly I can't even rate it like a 5. It's definitely gonna be like a 4.6.
Yeah, so just to kind of clear up everything that just happened, my mic has also been muted to the stream the whole time until just this moment. So we introduced
No.
everybody. Yeah, so that was great. Welcome in. We talked about the truck race. You got everyone's thoughts. It doesn't matter my thoughts. Whatever. But what I will say, while everyone was laughing, I said I think a 4 out of 6 rating is an average, and yeah, that was a clip. Just want to make sure that's clear, because I think
Yeah,
that
we
needs
needed that. We
that
needed
needs to be
that bit.
clipped. Like that's funny. But anyways, but I gave the O'Reilly race a f- a 5.5, I think. I thought it was okay. Like it wasn't anything great. Um, but anyways, yeah, go ahead. DCD or y'all gave your rating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was a lot of things why I was laughing at that moment. So sorry, guys. Um, but well, one of the things that on X that was controversial this week about the O'Reilly race because Larson dominated, right? He ended up not winning because of a pit stop and that crew just that struggled. That was a really bad pit stop. But um, one of the things that everyone was saying was like, we got to get these Cup guys out of the lower series. Which what? Like I I can give my opinion here in a second, but the question is, should Cup guys race in their lower divisions? Me personally, yes. I think that actually makes the people leveling up into to go race on Sundays get better. I think that's just the way for them to learn how to adapt the way they race. I know somebody was Honeycutt was complaining um, about the way Chastain was racing on the restarts and stuff like that. Like, guys, this is what Sundays look like. You have to get better. That's just my opinion. I think they should actually race more because that's when the O'Reilly and the trucks actually honestly race the best. Now, obviously, the Cup or the regulars in the series don't win as much, but they still earn the points. Like it's not like they don't earn the championship like they should. But anyways, Da, what's your thoughts?
I completely agree with you. I think they should be able to race in the lower series because it's probably the only way I'll see a Kyle Busch win nowadays, unfortunately. But um, and I just think it helps the lower guys get better too. Like you need like a measuring stick to kind of put the graphs like how good you are, or if you're getting somewhere. So why not just have the better guys and on Sunday come in, you go against them to let you know how good you are and how much better you're progressing in those lower series.
DCD.
Yeah, ab- absolutely. I mean, we all grew up with it, right? We all grew up with everyone going down, bushwhacking people. Let's do it again.
Yeah, 100%. The Cup guys should be able to go down and race, and I agree they should do it more. And just to like kind of look at what Honeycutt said, like complaining about Chastain and Hocevar racing him tough. They were racing up front on that restart. The restarts like that for 27th on Sundays. Like you better get used to it if you plan on making it to Cup, because every single restart, everybody is battling for every single position. It's not just like that only at the front. It's literally throughout the whole pack. So you better grow up and get ready for it.
Yeah, no, I totally 100% agree that Cup drivers should definitely be able to go down and race lower series. I don't feel like there's a reason why they shouldn't. I think they should obviously do it more. It gives it does. I feel like it doesn't give them much of an advantage in Cup as much as it used to because of the car that we have now. But yeah, Honeycutt complaining was just very stupid. I mean, you're complaining about being raced hard. I feel like it's kind of lame on your part, and you should just. I mean, you get raced hard, just race them hard back and just be better than them. But you know, we'll see where things go for him. Hopefully, he can make it in his career as well.
Yeah, that's great. All great points. I know we all kind of agreed, so of course I'm going to say that. But I think it was I think it's a stupid thing for people to complain about. Obviously, Kyle Larson ended up not winning after winning the first two stages. Justin Allgaier got the lead on the on the restart because of his pit crew, and he of course drove away with a short run. But Larson couldn't get back up there. But Brandon Jones was actually catching the last couple laps. I don't know if Justin was just taking it easy. That's what it looked like for me because he was off the wall. Um, but we'll go highlights and finishers here. Of course, Justin Allgaier got the win. Brandon Jones second. Two Cup guys back to back with Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson. Rounding out your top five is Carson Quaffle, Corey Day, Another really good run, especially at a tough track like that. Congratulations to him. Sheldon Creed 7th. The highlight driver of the race, in my opinion, like in in Viking Motorsports equipment, stage points and a top 10 for Parker Retzloff. Um, that's super impressive. I kind of agree with what Brad said a couple weeks ago on the Dale Jr. download. Like, I really wish he could get one opportunity to be in a top ride just to see what he can do. Um, let's
Can I hate to interrupt, but please let me say
yeah,
something
yeah.
about that.
This is yeah.
I've heard some rumors that have me so excited right now.
Oh hey,
So, with silly season being upon us already, there's a lot of rumors about Jesse Love going Cup racing next year, and Parker Retzlaff has had some experience at RCR, racing a Cup car, and there's a rumor that two car might be Parker Retzlaff's next season.
dude, that's wild.
Ooh.
If Parker
That's awesome.
Retzlaff gets in an RCR car, watch out. Watch out.
That's great.
Dude, he's so talented.
He's so good. Really
I
good.
I hope though it doesn't end up being so much pressure right away that he just kind of like, when pressure gets to you and you just kind of overanalyze everything and just not run your race. I hope that doesn't happen to him. I don't think it will. He's really talented, but if all of it lines up and that's true, he does get the 2 car, whatever. Just be yourself. Don't overthink because you're in a better equipment, right? Um,
So Hunter's championship pick next year for O'Reilly. It's Parker Retzlaff.
I just wonder if he's in that two car, go ahead and give it to him.
Some decent runs. Anthony Alfredo, his teammate in 12th, Ryan Seek 13th. Actually, I expected a lot better from him. A bad run, honestly, Taylor Gray 15th. All the Joe Gibbs racing besides, Brandon Jones and Christopher Bell was kind of meh. Brennan Poole 18th. Roger Crew 23rd. Not a good run. Obviously, he's in the Jordan Anderson racing. Patrick Starpoli, which is your pick, DCD, finished 29th.
Yeah.
Mike Snyder, do you think he gets that ride if he didn't do that Cup race? Like, was he scheduled to do that? Like, I didn't even know he was racing. If that makes you feel any better. And then Austin Hill had a terrible day. Everything went bad for him. But yeah, nothing too outstanding other than Austin Hill kind of faded, and we'll get to the points later. But we'll move on to the Cup race. Before you have any other thoughts about the O'Reilly race?
The one
Oh,
person
nothing.
I really want to kind of highlight, and I think we'll talk about it a little bit later when we talk about points too, but another rough day for Harrison Burton. Um,
Yeah.
He has just been off to a terrible start this year, and I know he's not necessarily in the greatest equipment himself either, but I mean, we saw him put that equipment in the playoffs last year, so I don't know what's going on with him. I feel like it's too soon for me to give up on him because I do think he's talented. I do think he's shown that in the past that he is talented, but might want to start hitting the panic button a little bit. Off to a very slow start.
Yeah, good point there. I did skip over him. I was just looking through really fast. So good point there. Well, I guess we'll move on to the Cup race. I didn't watch it at all. I watched like maybe a lap or two, like the first like 5 laps, and then I watched like the last lap, and that was it. So my rating for the race, I thought it was decent from what I saw in the highlights. So I will actually wait for my rating. I want y'all to rate it to see if I'm close to what I saw. So DCD, you can go ahead. What is your
I
Cup race rate out
I
of
watched
10?
watched every lap. I honestly enjoyed it besides the last one or couple to go when Reddick's cheating, but saw some passing, saw a little bit of contact between some things. Nothing intentional though. And honestly, it was a pretty clean race, surprisingly, which a lot of the drivers thought it wasn't going to be. So I gave it a 7.6.
Hunter,
Um,
give your thoughts from
I
the
mean,
stands.
yeah. So honestly, I'll say this: I've been to, I believe I've been to 8 tracks now. The atmosphere at Darlington is top tier. It is absolutely top tier, and, like, I think Darlington is, like, the definition of, like, Southern roots. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I saw a lot of rednecks out there yesterday, alright? Like, a lot of people just shirts off, sunburnt all to hell, and they didn't care, but, like, they're race fans. Like, I've been to the Daytona 500, and, like, people that I feel like that's an event. Like, it's a whole Darlington's a race, and the atmosphere there is dope. It is awesome. I think being in the stands, in person watching the race, you could definitely see like the fall off in person, which I feel like a lot of times it's kind of hard to see because you don't really necessarily notice that he was 2 seconds slower, but you could hear where people were lifting a little bit earlier, getting into the corner, waiting a little bit longer to get into the throttle. Um, and I mean, I will agree. I feel like you did see a lot of passing. I feel like it was a little bit harder to pass, which was kind of shocking with the higher horsepower and the less downforce. But a lot of slide jobs into three. But for the most part, clean race. I think being there, my rating's gonna be a little bit higher. I'd give it a 7.5.
That's pretty decent. Cody, what do you think?
Yeah, I thought the race was pretty decent. I was able to watch most of it. I wasn't able to watch some of it, but I think it was more like stage two. But yeah, there was passing, um, and there was obviously some slide jobs. There was some contact, and I feel like all to the front like guys, um, they're making some like contact a little bit, and but it was like clean contact, you know. But I thought like the race was pretty good in general, so I think I can give it like a 7.4.
Yeah, that kind of seems. I thought it was a little bit less than the truck race from what I saw. I thought the truck race was actually a little bit better, the best race of the weekend. Um, so I was going to give mine a 6.9. I thought it was right on the cusp of
Nice.
being 7.
Nice.
6.9, 4 to 6 is average.
Yeah, dude, I'm naming it up
Ty
today.
Gibbs.
Next, I'll just
I
do the
guess.
6.7. Like, what's what's funny is Eric, his race review, Eric Estef, he did 6.8 or 68% or whatever he does. And he was like, in between the meme numbers. And I was like, oh, that's funny. But I thought it was a 6.9, like, personally. But yeah, nothing too crazy. I thought the the fall off was good. I wish, I said this in the chat. I really wish we get rid of stages. I would love to see a full fuel run with these type of tires, horsepower, everything involved with the lower downforce as well. I think we would see way better racing. Now, would it be more strung out? Yes, I think it would be as a you know as a traditionalist. I love that, but obviously I understand that that's not what the fans want. For most of them, they want to see, they want to have a chance to go to the restroom, whatever it may be. But I didn't think it was that. You couldn't fall off enough for it to happen. You're just pitting, But that's just my personal thoughts. A team that stood out though was RFK. I know me and Hunter picked them for the win. I picked Priest. You picked Chris Buescher, and so I knew that going into the weekend they were going to be really strong. I did not expect the six to be as great as he was. Brad was super impressive. He won both stages. He finished second in the race. Great points day for him. I know that you don't want to hear that anymore. Great points day, but it really was a great points day. He maximized all he could except the win. But congratulations to RFK. I mean, I don't know what your questions are, so I'm not going to ask this question about Ford because I feel like you
Oh no,
have.
go ahead.
I
I don't even have a Ford question on there.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, do you think RFK is the best Ford team right now?
Overall as a team, yes, Ryan Blaney's still the best Ford. But as a complete team, yeah, I think they're 100% better than Penske. Cindric had a really good run yesterday. That was his first like complete race he's put together all season. Joey looked god awful. I mean, off the pace, he got passed by Cody Ware like multiple times on pace yesterday. Um, so yeah, I think overall, I mean, at one point they were running 1, 2, 3. RFK was. I think Brad probably had overall the third best car there. I think Busher was somewhere around like the fifth best car. And then I think Priest in stage two might have had a top five car, but whatever the adjustment they made at the end of stage two, they went the wrong way on it, and he seemed to kind of struggle a little bit after that. But as a whole, yeah, I believe I saw a statistic. There's only five people left that have finished every single race on the lead lap, and three of them are RFK drivers. So they're definitely showing consistent speed. It seems like every week. They really showed up fast at Daytona. We saw that like early on in the duels and even in the 500. I thought they were decent at Atlanta. Um, Other than Busher, they're not really known for their road course pace, but I thought they ran okay at Coda. And then Phoenix, I thought they were decent as well. I mean, not great, but they haven't necessarily had a bad race. We've seen Penske have bad races. Um, so I would say, yeah, RFK is the best Ford team right now, with Blaney still being the best Ford.
Great points. DCD.
Yeah, that he hit my marks. I definitely agree. Y'all know I like Blaney as a driver, but I definitely think he's the best Ford. But they're just not put together right now. I don't know what it is for Penske.
Yeah, they struggled. DA.
Yeah, they kind of hit the nail right on the head there. As like RFK's the best team, but Blaney being the best. Like you said, Penske's had some struggles of late. Sometimes they take us some big swings at the car and just completely being off, like we saw last night. While RFK's just being they just be consistently there, like top 15, top 10. It just that consistency that shows is what makes them the best Ford team, in my opinion.
Awesome. Cody.
Yeah, I think RFK the whole team is the best Ford team. Um, and then obviously Ryan Blaney the best Ford as well. But I feel like his pit crew, like even though how strong he is on the track when it comes to long runs and but man, his pit crew kills his days over and over again for the past year and a half, and it's so annoying. Like I do like Blaney. I used to not to because of what he did to Eric Jones one year, but he's definitely grown on me as a person. But I think it's just annoying how good he is and gets screwed over by his pit crew like every week and still comes out somehow finishes top 10. It's crazy. But yeah, I think RFK is the best team.
To touch on the pit crew really quick. So I was obviously drinking a little bit yesterday at the race, and just sitting there, pit stops are finishing up. I'm like looking, oh yeah, yeah, all right, we got out a decent spot. I'm like, wait a minute, I thought Blaney was pitting back there. And he's just in the two car stall in the front. I was so confused. And Sierra's like, Hunter, that's the two car stall. I'm like, oh crap.
That's so awesome. I don't know. I can't remember what statistic they said, but like, isn't his team like 33rd
Yeah,
in the
it's something
series?
dumb. They're
33rd, though.
they're
That
below 30.
that is not acceptable. Like if you're Penske, you're switching the 21 pit crew like immediately. Like that's like the first thing you do. Um, if I was Penske, but obviously he's way more experienced and rich than I am, so I'm sure he has a reason for it. Uh, but I would have switched to last year. I mean, this is he should be up there. I mean, he should be competing. He should be way past Elliott and wins, just by overall pace that he has, and he's not because of his pit crew, in my opinion. So, which that sucks as a Chase fan, but as a also who likes Ryan Blaney, I feel bad for the guy, right? Like you are killing his career by just falling. Like he could be an elite driver. Like he already is great, but like he could be an elite driver if his pit crew was better. Um, but yeah, um, good points there. Of course, Tyler Reddick wins 4 out of 6 races this year. Everyone was saying, "Oh, the Toyotas are cheating." I know you brought up the funny meme as well, DCD, that the 45 is cheating. But let's be for real. The 4 wins he's won. Okay, one was a 500. Luck base. He got the right push. Uh, you know, of course, Atlanta, Echo Park, whatever you want to call it. He gets into a wreck, right place, right time. Bubba makes a bad block. He just gets the lead, right? And then, of course, he has the Toyota behind him. Great push right at the right time. The two races he actually won off of straight pace were the two best tracks of the full season. Like, this is where he's really good at Coda and Darlington, especially in the next gen era. So, to me, I think it looks way more impressive than what it like. Obviously, it is impressive. 4 out of 6 wins. This is Jimmy type experience that we're seeing right now, but it's not as cut and dry as it seems. He's not just straight up dominating these races. The other two races, he's led laps, but Vegas, he looked awful at the end of that race. No speed at the end of the run. What's your thoughts overall on Tyler Reddick for the season? DA?
Well, I mean, of course, I still think he is very talented. I think he'll consistently keep like winning. I don't know about like this pace, of course, but yeah, there's been some. Yeah, he's got some lucky breaks, you know. But I mean, again, you still have to be doing pretty dang good to be at the right place, at the right time near the front. So I'll give him that.
DCD?
Um, well, my Bowman thing about having the same amount of wins doesn't work anymore. So I don't want to talk about it.
Hunter?
I don't want to take anything away from Reddick because obviously what he's done so
Yeah.
far is outstanding. But at the same time, like the way I look at it, like I think Tyler Reddick, talent wise, he's a brink like top 5 talent guy in the series, in my opinion. Bubba's like rate like hinge top 10, but he's still third in points, even having a disastrous day yesterday. Like that goes to show you how good these 2311 cars have been. I think obviously, they're doing their job. They're about getting behind the wheel and they're getting everything they can out of it. But I think it really just kind of goes to show how good 2311 has been to start the year. I mean, it was clear cut. Like I said, being in person, you could tell the 45 was in a class of his own yesterday. The 23, he wasn't far behind him. Like I genuinely believe the 23 was the second best car there yesterday before he ended up getting damaged. So I just, like I said, not taking anything away from Reddick. Getting 4 out of 6 is extremely impressive. Yes, a couple of them have kind of just, right place, right time. But as DA said, you got to be up front to be in the right place at the right time. 4 wins, extremely impressive, but 2311 deserves a lot more credit than what they're getting, in my opinion. I think we kind of all just focus on the driver because it's easy to do the name, but I mean, kudos to 2311. Those have been some rocket ships.
Yeah, I think there's nothing we can take away from Reddick. 4 out of 6 wins, but like Da and Hunter said, like you got to be at the front to be at the right place at the right time. Like there's no doubt about that, and you have to be strong as a team to continue to put yourself up there and as a picker as well. I feel like their picker has been pretty strong as well this year. Um, but speaking on the 2311 cars, I think Bubba was super fast yesterday and he got damaged. But Riley Herbst, by the way, that run by him until he got dumped by Zillage, because I don't know what the heck Zillage was doing, but that happened. But Riley Herbst was running top 15 before he got dumped, and then got walled by Chase Briscoe at the end of the race. He just, I don't know, his luck there at this race was like super bad for some reason out of nowhere. But like he was actually super fast compared to where he usually runs. But I also think that kind of comes from uh, the amount of money that 2311 is spending into these cars every week in, week out. Uh, but I feel like Darlington has been somewhere where they've always been strong at as a team as well for the 23 and 45 just in general before they brought the 35 in. But yeah, I think Reddick's just a good talent we haven't seen in a little bit. I feel like he's a different kind of talent than like Larson, than Byron, than Hamlin, Blaney. He's a different kind of talent than what they are, but it makes him stand out. Maybe because like he likes gold or something. I don't know. That's my best guess.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. DA, go ahead and run through the finishers real quick. Do that really fast.
Yeah.
DCD, go ahead and pull up the trucks. We're gonna get through these points really fast as well, so we can move to the paint scheme review, and then we'll go to news/TV ratings, and then we'll get into Shake's segment in the draft questions.
All right, perfect.
Before DA does this, I'm really sorry. I want to add one more thing to Tyler Reddick. Um, Also, one thing I feel like not a lot of people are talking about enough is, I mean, people have talked about how bad of a season he had last year, but with all the distractions he had going on, I think that's a real, like tribute to kind of show like how talented he actually is. Now that there's no distractions going on, he doesn't have the lawsuit, he doesn't have the issues with his son's health. You're seeing him solely focused on racing, and I think that's showing too. And I think that's why I would, I think he is a top 5 talent in the league or in the series right now. So, um, I mean, happy to hear. Obviously his child's health was a big concern. So I'm really happy to hear that they got that solved. And then obviously the lawsuit, people who made their jokes about that, the NASCAR, threw in a couple wins for him. But I think no distraction, a fully focused Reddick is showing he's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, the only win they gave him was the 500. That caution should have came out. I'm just kidding. I'm totally. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Of course, Tyler Reddick is our race winner. Of course, Brad Kay in second. Good run. Osavar fourth. Cindric in fifth. Ty Gibbs in sixth. Daniel Suarez seventh. We got Eric Jones running out the top 10 in 10th place. Ryan Priest 13th. SVG 14th. Then we got down here in 18th, Connor Zilic. Pretty good run. 19th for Christopher Bell. Kind of not great run. Mike Gilt KFB in 21st. We got Allgaier in 24th, replacing Alex Bowman. Then we scroll down a little bit. We got the 5 car of Kyle Larson in 32nd. Then Bubba in 34th. And Joey with a struggle, missing on setup in 33rd. And our GOAT, Timmy Hill, will round out the rest of the field.
Awesome job there. Thank you so much. Any finishers you want to highlight out of that he missed?
He didn't miss this one, but this is one person I want to talk about. Hocevar. What a comeback by Hocevar. Stage 1, he looked awful. I mean, he was off the pace awful. I'm pretty sure he got lapped. He got lapped at one point. Yeah, he got lapped and then took the wave around in stage 2 after the Eric Jones spin, I believe, and took the wave around, got back on the lead lap, and was able to maintain the lead lap, even having worse tires. I mean, they all still had to pit after that at that point still, but to be a lap down and work your way all the way back to a 4th place finish was extremely impressive. And then the one other person I wanted to touch on was Daniel Suarez. To have, the beef you had last week and kind of just come out and, shut everything up. I mean, he outclassed Ross at a track that Ross has had a lot of success at. And the Spire cars look, I mean, McDowell didn't really impress me too much yesterday, but Hocevar and Suarez both were really fast. So kind of want to give them their flowers.
Awesome.
I did want to. Sorry, I was going to point out something. It doesn't have to do with anything with the finishers, but just to classify like how fast the 2311 cars were. Both of them ran 30.00 lap times, and nobody else in the field had a 30.0 something, and it was just them in 30.00 as a lap time in general in the race. I think that just shows how much of a class of the field they were and how fast they were in that race and how good they've been this season as well.
I don't think anybody ran a 30.1.
No, the highest is Briscoe at a 30.24.
Holy crap.
That was no joke, Cody. That was exactly what I was about to say. That's why I was like, okay, cool. That's good. Because, well, I didn't even look at Briscoe. The next guy on my list that I went down to look was Suarez. No, Busher at a 30.4. I was like, 4/10 faster. Holy cow. But then I saw Briscoe's. But
the fact that Brad ran a 30.5, like that was his best lap. We're half a second faster than Brad. Like, and
crazy.
Brad was fast.
Yeah, like, that's nuts.
It's insane.
All right, DCD, go ahead and tell us our standings for the Truck Series.
I'm going to work my way up here from the 16th position. We're going to go Tanner Gray in 16th, Jake Garcia 15th, Hemrick 14th, Stuart Friesen, nice little 13th place, Upside Down Face in 12th, Brendan Queen 11th, Justin Haley top 10 in points right now, Andres Perez in 9th, Corey Heim, which is insane, not in a full-time ride, 8th in points. Ben Rhodes 7th, Christian Eck is 6th, then your top 5, Ty Majeski, Gio, Lane Riggs, Caden Honeycutt, and Chandler Smith's your points leader.
My truck champion.
Once they get Corey Haim a full-time ride, I think he's going to do well. Really. I'm just kidding. That shit pisses me. I'm sorry. I'm so pissed off that this guy doesn't have. I don't even like Corey Haim. I'm not the biggest fan of the guy, but his talent is crazy. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing.
We gotta throw him in a Ram or something.
yeah, just give him like
That 10 truck's open.
Put 30% less downforce on his truck and see what he can do.
That 10 truck's open.
That's crazy. But
not to glaze my stepbro or anything too much, but he had he had easily his worst race of the season, and he still holds a 33-point lead over Caden Honeycutt. And you know what? Now we're talking about the trucks again. I don't know why it just brought this back to me. I'm so tired of Caden Honeycutt. The fact that dude has the audacity to cry about people racing him hard. Guess what, dude? That truck last year won double-digit races, all right? The dude that you replaced came in and beat you, all right? So stop crying. You're in the best equipment, and you can't beat guys that aren't in the best equipment.
All right, you good? You got it out?
Yeah, I feel better now. Well, wait till we get to Cup. Oh, my God. You wait until I get to Allen.
Oh, God.
Well, anyways, we'll do the O'Reilly points. Justin Allgaier leads. He extended his points lead over Jesse Love with a 52-point lead. Carson Quaffle third. Sheldon Creed fourth. Austin Hill dropped to fifth after that terrible race. Sammy Smith sixth. Corey Day seventh. Brandon Jones in eighth. Parker Retzloff in ninth. Roger Cruz in 10th. Still with Jordan Anderson. He will become JRM. He will be in the JRM car this weekend. Sam Mayer 11th. Tanner Gray 12th. And that is the cutoff. And then William Sawalich right outside of it. Brendan Poole in 14th. That is awesome. Congrats to him. People that really need to step it up. Ryan Sieg in 17th. Anthony Alfredo in 16th. Nick Sanchez, which, there's some controversy between his ride and the and the 20 or the 48. He's in 22nd. I'm trying to see who else. Brett Cruz right now is from the cutoff. 74. About 70 points back from the cutoff, and he fully starts his full-time Xfinity or O'Reilly ride.
-1.
That is
negative point.
But yeah, so there's that. That kind of rounds it out. Who's all left in there? Any surprises for you guys?
I mean, I love him. He's my guy, but I don't think I had Parker Retzloff still in the top 10 in the points at this point in the season. I mean, I know we're not that far in, but I mean, he is, other than Coda, he's been pretty dang good. We got to teach him how to turn right, but he's got the left down.
They do more lefts, though. That's all that matters.
At least there's no rights in the chase anymore.
Oh,
for his
heck
sake.
yeah.
Yeah. He can go
We're
for his
set.
Yeah, he can go for the championship run, dude. And then we'll move on to Cup. Tyler Reddick extends his lead to a 95-point gap over Ryan Blaney. Bubba Wallace drops to third after finishing terrible. The fourth is Denny Hamlin. Fifth is Chase Elliott. Sixth is William Byron. Do you want to talk about Chase, or do you want me to continue?
I would love to talk about Chase.
Okay, go ahead.
And not Chase. I'd like to talk about Allen. All right. Alan Gustafson might be the worst crew chief in the series. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Chase fan. All right. I was talking to people who don't even like Chase Elliott, and they all agreed. We brought a tank to the track yesterday. That thing could not pass on 10-lap fresher tires. It did not matter what the situation was. We could not pass. It was not good in dirty air at all. The first time, I'm okay with it. We tried to overcut, run long. We'll have the freshest tires. All right, well, it didn't work. Somehow we barely snuck by Austin Cindric on the last lap to pick up another stage point. Um, but it did not work. We did not have the pace to do that. All right, stage two. Let's overcut again. Overcut again. Massive overcut, might I add. Don't even get stage points. Stage three. Let's overcut again and lose more track position. When you have a car that cannot pass at a track that showed it wasn't very easy to pass at yesterday, like you had to be aggressive. You had to kind of send it into turn three or really kind of put somebody in a bad spot on the exit of two if you wanted to make a pass. You couldn't pass. Why are you going to continue to give up track position if you can't pass? I would be fine if we were the first one to pit by 5 laps and we're up in like third place when everything cycled out and ended up falling back to like 11th. That's fine with me. At least we didn't put ourselves in a position that it wasn't obtainable at all. I mean, you're going to get past at that point, but if you can't pass at all, stop doing it. And if it doesn't work multiple times, I don't understand why Allen thinks it's going to work. I don't know if he's like praying for a caution, but I mean, we had 2 cautions for calls the whole race. I mean, maybe at that point you're thinking, oh, we're due for a caution, but you just keep putting him in these bad situations. And we're in a format now where every point matters. So when you just keep giving up these points at like every stage, and at that yesterday on the finish too, I don't understand it. I I don't think the nine had anywhere near race winning speed. It was very apparent from the drop of the green flag that that nine car was not winning that race unless half the field wrecked. Um, but Chase is known for being able to, take a not great car and get an eighth, get a sixth or something like that. I mean, you just didn't even give him a shot yesterday. I don't understand it. I hate it. It pissed me off. It was so frustrating to watch because I mean, if I'm obviously more than a casual fan. Like I'm not like some like die hard. Like I'm not gonna tape a nine and get sunburn on my chest. But I mean, I know a decent amount about the sport. I couldn't tell you anything. I couldn't tell you what camber is. It sounds cool, but
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that if I went on the pit box this Sunday at Martinsville, I could do a better job than Allen right now. I would have the engineer like set the car up. You do that stuff, but the pit strategy, I will take care of it, and I would do a better job than Allen.
Yeah, so as a fellow Chase fan, I'm very frustrated. I've said this before the Gen 7 car. Like I 2022 was just because not everyone understood the car and he just kind of just drove his ass off. That was just kind of the way it was. Um, but once everyone understood the car and the way the adjustments worked, you can tell they just didn't have it, right? Like they're not there. Um, what's frustrating to me is they set up the car so tight, and this is why they did this, is because they knew that the mechanical grip of the tire, it was just naturally going to get loose. So if they set it up tight, it's going to be loose, right? By the end of the run, so you'll be able to pass by the end of the run. The problem with that is if you set the car up too tight, you can't pass when the fresh tires are here. And so it's not about setting the car up tight to make your tires work. It is you should just set the car up to where you're functionable and then let the driver run the off the right rear, right? Like that is where you should have done it. He just doesn't understand that. Like maybe that was Chase's fault too for not explaining that after practice. I don't know, but I mean obviously all of HMS struggled. We'll talk about besides the 24. Larson was okay, but this was Larson's one of his best tracks, and he looked average at best, right? Like he was not good. And so to me, it was obviously a Chevy body HMS setup thing, but you need to adjust on it. Like that was like he in the middle of the race, he goes, "It got tighter. How did you make it tighter?" Like he said that on the radio. I do know that because I saw a tweet. I didn't watch. I didn't listen. But he was like, "How did you make it tighter, Alan?" Like to me, that's frustration. Like how did you do that is a question like of competency. and that's just going to separate their relationship if they don't like hold each other accountable in that moment. And if Chase believes in Allen, whatever, cool. I'm gonna. I don't agree with it, but like, I think at some point we need to just try something. Just say, hey, Allen, you don't make the calls this week. Let the top engineer make the calls this week. Okay, let's see what happens. Like, what the hell? What are you gonna lose? You know, you're already running 15th and grab assing your SVG way out of it. Like you're not. You're over here playing grab ass with mid pack drivers on ovals. Like this is not where your level is, right? You know, that's what's frustrating to me. But anyway.
It's a really bad look when Spire was able to take a bad car
Yeah,
and turn it into a top 5, and Hendrick had 2 cars start in the top 5, and what was their best finisher was 8th with Byron, I believe.
yeah.
Like that's not a good look, and it's not. I mean, I think if Larson doesn't have, I believe
He
like
finishes 11th. Yeah,
yeah. So I mean, I really don't know. I think my frustration with Allen is it goes way back, but
yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't expect Chase to win that race yesterday.
No,
We did not have a race winning car. The 2311 was rocket ships, but you look back on times like 2023 Watkins Glen when Chase crossed the line, he said, "Oh yeah, flip the switch. You'll have 2 laps." And Chase questioned him in the car and said, "2 laps? Yeah, we ran out of gas before we got to the top of the hill in the S's." Like,
yeah,
you are the crew chief. You are supposed to know this stuff. And then the 2020 Coke 600, I will never forgive Allen for that. What in God's green earth? You're getting 4 tires with 2 laps to go?
yeah. I
Even
mean,
if you take 2, he wins that race. But you take 4? And then it's shit like Kansas last year, where people are like, oh, well, if Chase didn't take 4 tires, he probably doesn't win that race. If Denny doesn't drive his driver all the way to the freaking wall, we don't win that race. All right. If they were competent on the last, if Toyota was competent on the last lap, Chase doesn't win that race. But people would be like, well, Allen took 4 tires. That's why you won that race. No, that's not why you won the race.
yeah. No, it's
All right,
frustrating.
please continue before I have a freaking aneurysm.
Well, one thing I want to add, one of the friends that we race with, Elite Precision, he has a YouTube as well. He said something on X about Allen, and he was like, "Dude, Chase Elliott carries the team. Like and he's a Larson fan, so like that's usually Larson fans don't like Chase Elliott for some odd reason, but um." He was like, if Chase Elliott had a decent crew chief, he would win so many more races. And I agree. You know, but I'm biased. But the fact that I saw someone else see that, I was like, whoa, okay, maybe it's time. I think we've drawn the line. I know my wife can tell you how many times I've cussed out Allen over the TV, like every race. I feel like I do, just because it's stupid strategy. Anyways, we'll move on. It's already 8:12, so we got to move on.
Yeah, please. I can't take it anymore.
Chris Buescher 7th, Christopher Bell 8th, Brad Kyle Larson rounded up your top 10. Ty Gibbs, Ryan Priest, Carson Hocevar, Daniel Suarez, Shane Van Gisbergen, awesome. 15th. That just goes to show how good he was at the ovals. Just can't wait till he gets to the road courses to see where he gains in points. And then Joey Logano with that disastrous race is on the cut line now, tied with Michael McDowell. And then people were outside: Ross Chastain, Chase Briscoe, Kyle Busch, Austin Cindric. He gained a lot of points, actually. He was in the 30s last week. He moved up to 21st. Riley Herbst is in 27th. I mean, other than that spin, I mean, I feel like he would have been better. Other notables, I guess, is Connor Zillage. He's still in 33rd, but he did have a 18th place finish. So at least some growth there. But yeah, that's it for that. Is it time for the paint scheme review? Right? Yes, it
I believe
is.
so.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we'll do this really quick. And Cody, you can explain how you did this. This is all you and DA's thing, so I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and start now. So from now on, what we're gonna do is instead of like having actual ratings for the schemes itself, is we're gonna rate them in order for the week. Just for this one, we're gonna make sure we have this figured out for next week for sure. But we're gonna rate like, all the schemes in order from all the three series that raced this weekend in different. So like the series doesn't matter. I'm not gonna put the series together. It's just in a separate order from ninth to first and all those schemes. But whenever he has this pull up, and then we'll kind of get into that.
All right, y'all see it?
Yeah. Instead of Parker Red stuff, I feel like the scheme actually looked pretty decent on the track. I feel like the yellow kind of made it pop a little bit. I feel like it definitely looks like a. I guess it kind of went for like an ocean kind of vibe. It looks like. But I think it looks pretty nice. There were some notable schemes as well,
I actually
but
think it's
this
really
is like
hot.
one of the. Yeah, it kind of looks like
I
flamed in
ordered
water. It's kind of cool.
I ordered the die cast.
All right. Next up, we got Todd Gillen with a throwback to Bill Elliott. It's just a nice old classic that you can't get wrong at all. Simple concept, but it just historic and just you just see it. You already know that's Bill Elliott's car, the gold pop, and just such a clean car. Even though it's so like basic.
We have Caden Honeycutt with I totally forgot his name. I had it pull up earlier. Crap. I forgot who he was throwing back to. But he had a throwback. It was like the Flames, and I think it actually looks pretty clean. I think I love when teams do the number and not they don't keep the same number. I feel like that's kind of something I picked up on from like watching Eric Esop's videos when I was younger, when he do all these like throwback schemes. I love when they change the number just for the scheme. I think that looks really good. I'm really happy for the team, and but I think there's other schemes that go on top of it, so that's why I put it 7.
All right. Next, we got the 33 truck of Frankie Muniz. He threw back to Dave Blaney, his series debut, and nice black, white, blue, and red just makes the truck all together look just pop and looks really good on track, especially with that gold 33 and changing the font. It's just a nice clean scheme.
We have Bradford to start the top 5 off. All the RFK cars, I want to point them out as well. They all looked pretty decent on track. When the schemes first came out, when they announced them, I feel like we all kind of agreed that Ryan Preece kind of like resembled Greg Biffle the most, and it looked the best. But once we seen the 6 car on track, I feel like the green and the fluorescent number just popped so much in the sun, and I'm sure it probably looked even better from Hunter's view at the track as well.
In
So
person, that car was hot.
yeah, it looked hot. It was like looked like it was just like completely white, and I was like, oh man, what a scheme.
Uh, Caden Honeycutt threw it back to Johnny Benson, by the way.
That's who it was. I knew it was Johnny, but I knew it wasn't Spencer.
All right, of course
Yes.
you got the all classic baby right here. You see that scheme, you know who that is. That's
Yeah.
Carson Osbar throwing it back to Dale
That's
Senior.
Hurricane, baby.
Yeah, Hurricane looks so nice, changing the font, and as you like notice a little bit, that's like that number placement. It's not directly like where it's supposed to be. It's a little bit more farther back, which I appreciate a lot. It's just so clean, the colors, and Hunter. I can't imagine what this car looked like on track, dude.
That's another one that I will say when I saw them release it, I thought it was hideous, but in person, that thing was sexy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
This is the Intimidante. So,
There you
Intimidate.
go.
The Marg machine. They called it the Marg machine.
yeah, also got a penis on the back, if you couldn't tell.
Oh,
He drives like a dick sometimes.
Yeah.
We have Brennan Poole with another Greg Biffle throwback. I thought this game also popped as well, and I love how credit to the sponsors for changing how it looked and for CW Suns to match the logo of Subway as well, right above the tire. I feel like that was pretty cool. Seeing that and the font they did perfectly. Seeing it as a four definitely looks weird, but they did the font perfectly. The scheme looks really good. Looks really good on track as well, and I love how accurate it was.
All right, next one here. We got the 17 of Gio Ruggiero. It's just perfect Daryl Waltrip throwback when he was an owner driver. It's so clean. It's just perfect like replica of what that car looked like back in the day with the nice chromes number 17. It just it can't get too much better than that in my opinion.
Till they got to race time and they made him take the chrome away.
Look, yeah.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. That's wild.
I'll start us off, and you
Okay.
can continue. We have Dean Thompson throwing it back to Greg Biffle with the 3M car. This thing is sexy, and even them having a little detail with the team as well, with like the Roush Fenway kind of uh, logo as well above the like below the headlight. I think that's super sick as a Sam Hunt kind of racing team as well. But I think this team is absolutely beautiful, and they couldn't do this any better at all. I feel like.
I completely agree with you. Like when I see this car, I think of just loading up on the PS3 NASCAR, the game 2011. You seen that opening cutscene? Just that exact replica of that car. Just absolutely every single detail is perfect. The color choice, just the whole scheme in general, just perfect. Made me want to tie Gibbs, if I do say so myself.
You know, you just almost made me tear up for my childhood right there. That was you literally you just talked about like the NASCAR the game 2011 like that. It just brought me back to like what I was doing in that moment. That was crazy. Sorry, that was cool.
Yeah, real good.
What a time! What a time!
Well, obviously
I was 2 years old at that time.
Obviously the Greg Biffle teams were very special this year, and he was a very special driver and even better person.
Sure.
Agreed.
Well, now it's time to get into some news.
Yeah.
What you got?
Well, to be honest, not much. But we got Denny Hamlin saying he's got no plans to race past 2027 as of now. I think he gets to 3 or 4 wins this season, and maybe 1 or 2 next season. I think he keeps going, honestly. Let's see, what else do I got? Where'd I put it? I don't really got much else. Y'all have something? We kind of talked about what I wrote down.
I mean, I don't know if any
Well,
news.
I guess.
You get the ratings.
Well,
Though?
Yeah, I got the ratings.
Okay.
I also guess the the 10 truck driver getting suspended, but we won't go into detail on that.
Yeah, he just
So
immature. He just didn't
Yeah,
know how to control his emotions.
we'll see what happens with that.
I don't know of any news. I haven't seen anything recently,
I
but I
say
also haven't
most
been
of
on
the stuff.
social media. That
Most of the stuff was Cup stuff, and we covered that in the recap. So
no, I don't think of anything.
that's the 2 main things I got.
Well, that's good for me. And then what's the ratings?
The ratings. So Saturday's O'Reilly race at Las Vegas, 1.188 million viewers on the CW. That's up 10% from last year, and the most watched Las Vegas race from 2021 for O'Reilly's. So that's good for the sport. And then Sunday's Cup race at Las Vegas, 2.7 million viewers, which is down 8%. In 2024, the 5th race was on Big Fox, and it was Bristol, and it had 1 million more viewers. But I also think more people would rather try to watch Bristol than Darlington, especially in the spring.
You mean Vegas?
Well, no, because it was different. Oh yeah, you know what I meant. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Yes, you hit my point. I was going a different way with it though.
I mean, it's just because we're on paid cable. That's literally our problem.
Yeah,
Which it is what it is.
but also like Fox sucks. Let's be honest.
I just it's frustrating. Like I don't.
How was the broadcast this week? I didn't get to hear it. How was the broadcast? I saw DW did the boogity boogity boogity, which was freaking awesome.
Yeah, the start of it was great.
Yo, he actually killed that. I was nervous because he talked. You can tell he's Asian. But
Yeah.
like he was like the energy was still there, his tone was still there. Like that he killed the boogity. But like I have no idea, I didn't watch it, but
I think he also like him being there that gives him that old excitement back. That gives him something to do. So
I think this is gonna be like a crazy statement, but like at one point, like I remember, like I got so tired of hearing boogity, like it got played out, and now I miss it because I don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
But like I there's part of me that just misses like when he would say the most random crap. Like I remember one time he said boogity, let's go racing, you bunch of corn dogs. And I was like, dude, what? like bro, what? Like what does that even mean? But like now I want it back, man. Give it back to me. But at the same time, like just hearing I watched the highlights and I watched like a clip of before the race, like DW like up in the booth, and like you said, like you can tell he's talking slow. Like
Yeah.
he has aged, and it sucks because I mean that. Oh, I mean you talk about NASCAR, the game, like that.
That's childhood.
DW,
Yeah.
man, DW is childhood. So it was really cool to hear that he was back in the booth. It sucks that the one race I go to, he's in the booth and does the call, and I wasn't even able to watch it from the house, but. Yeah, I didn't. That we're Clinton, Kevin, being cornballs per usual.
I don't think there wasn't that much, honestly. I think there was one part I remember Clint screaming at something. I'm like, what is he screaming at? But I don't remember exactly what it is.
There was like
Dude.
wait. So there was like this is the only time I was able to watch it. It was like the first 5 laps. All of a sudden, Mike Joy goes, "Oh!" And I was like,
That's what it was.
And I was
You're
like,
right.
what is he saying? Oh, dude, no one. The camera didn't move. Nothing happened. And then DW just continued to talk. Like I don't know if he saw something but just didn't say anything. I don't know. I was like, and we were leaving to go do what we had to go do down there, and I was like, what is he doing? But anyways, Cody, I'm sure that's probably something you were about to say.
I heard there was a clip. I don't even know who passed who, but apparently like Fox was showing somebody making a pass, and Mike Joy was like, "Wow," and that's all he said.
He's getting up there too, dude.
Yeah, yeah, I love Mike Joy,
dude. I mean, like, I hate I don't think the broadcast is horrible overall. As like, I feel like the past few weeks have kind of been. I feel like but I feel like just this Fox booth has no enthusiasm for the racing at all, and it gets so annoying like watching it every week. Like, yeah, they might go, oh, like Mike Joy, like he doesn't, it's the stupidest things too. And then Clint Boyer's over here making jokes, and I'm like, they're not even funny either. Like he tries his best, tries so hard, and like they just fail every single time. But like,
yeah, Clint Boyer's
I
like
feel
the
like
uncle in the family function that makes jokes over the most random thing, and you're just like, what did that have to do with the broad? Like, what did that have to do with what's going on? Like, you'd be like, our cousin just passed away. Why are you making fun of something? But like, like I'm like, what's he doing? Like, I don't know.
Just put us on Amazon for like a full season, please.
We're on TNT, baby.
dude, like, yeah, over and over again. I just I get tired of it. I even sent a video of 2018. There's like a clip of like best NASCAR battles earlier in our chat, and dude, I was like, it was like for the racing in general, for like how many good finishes there were that season, but like the calls and how enthusiastic they were at that time. Even Mike Joy, it's slide down. But like, I mean, Joe Jr. has some great calls when he's in the booth anyway.
Yeah,
but that's just how he is as a person because he loves the racing.
Yeah, I love Dale Jr. and like I love his enthusiasm, but man, does he give me a heart attack sometimes. If he sees something, he'll be like, "Whoa!" And I'm like, "Whoa!" Like,
Slide job is still one of the greatest calls of all time. That's all he says.
Oh yeah,
slide job.
That's
almost.
Can I tell you?
I was there, man. I felt like I was there.
That was legit a fan in the stands going, "Oh!" Like, have y'all ever seen?
Dude.
It was me. It was me this weekend. Like anytime.
Do y'all know like Shane Gillis's bit where he's talking about the monkey bars and he's like, y'all know what I'm talking about? Where he's like, oh yeah, they blow up a car and they're like, oh, that's like that's exactly what Dale Jr. is. Like, he's like, oh, there he is. Like, oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry, that's
All
off
right.
topic.
But like it makes you
That was
love
good.
it makes you feel like you're there, and that's what we need in the sport. I feel like every time it's on Fox, we don't feel like that. But when it comes around to Prime and uh, NBC, we'll have some more of that, so that's a good thing. At least we have CW as well
Well,
to live off of right
TNT,
now.
we still have Double A.
True.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
big
yep.
right there.
All right, well, go into the in the draft questions, and then we'll move on to our picks, please.
All
Mhm.
right. This first one's kind of a bold take. Is Justin Allgaier a top 5 O'Reilly Xfinity nationwide Grand National driver of all time?
DA, DCD, Cody, me, and then Hunter.
I don't think so. To be honest, he's close up there. Is that crazy for me to say? Because you got Michael Kyle Busch, you got Harvick, Martin. I'm sure there's so many others I'm forgetting. Because I can't think off the top of my head. But I think there's still some people back then in the day that are just better than what Allgaier is right now. I'm not saying that he will not be, or he could definitely change it, of course. But at this current moment, I'm going to say no.
I mean, if we're looking at it, he's currently top 7 in wins. I mean, a lot of these guys are big time Cup guys, honestly, from going down, and he's been down there the longest. So it's super close. I'll put him in it. Why not?
Yeah, like I don't know, like off the top of my head, like like the top five of best O'Reilly nationwide Xfinity drivers. But just like off of what he's done like later in his career, like he's gotten so much better later on in his career. I feel like that's just something you definitely look at as a driver when you're getting better later on in your career. And like I feel like once he's got the championship too, uh, he's been even more consistent and like he doesn't have anything to worry about to go chase one because now he has one. But I mean, just him being later and still being so good in the series obviously has the most experience. It's going to happen. But I think I can put him up there from the guys that I kind of just know of.
So if you take out like active Cup drivers right now, okay, yes, but I think because of Kyle Busch, well, he's not active, but Kyle Busch, Mark Martin, Kevin Harvick, Brad, Carl Edwards, those guys they ran the Nationwide Series for a decade. I feel like um, he's up there. He's definitely top 10. But if you could just put him up with like the Sam Ard, the um, the Jack Ingram, that caliber for sure. But if you have the Cup drivers in there, I feel like that he's top 10 for sure. But I don't think he quite surpasses the top 5 just yet.
For me, honestly, I mean, it might be a little bit of recency bias, but I'm going to put him top 5 just because I think, I mean, some of the races he's won in the last couple of years, he's beat some top tier Cup drivers that have gone down and competed in those races. I mean, and even Saturday to outduel, I mean, Larson and Bell, two very, very talented drivers. Um, I think to me, Allgaier is a top, like he's 5. He's 5. I might have him at like 6, but recency bias, I'm gonna give him the nod and give him top 5.
I don't know, man. I don't know if he's better than Matt Tiff or Travis Pastrana, dude. I don't know. I don't know.
Don't even get me started on Danica.
Yeah, man.
I think he's 6 right now. I think he's 6 right now. I think Carl Edwards has him by just this much as we speak. But after this year, he surpasses it. I think, in my opinion. But great. Another question.
All right, I got Dunboy doing some stat checking for me right now. But it's a kind of a two-part question. Is Tyler Reddick capable of getting double-digit wins this season and or winning the most races in a season in this style of car? In this next gen era. We're already at 6 races in. I don't know what the most races, like most wins in a season is in this style of car. I feel like it's like 7 by Larson or something.
I think it's 6.
Yeah, I think
6?
it's from what I'm seeing. I'm thinking it's 6, maybe a little under.
I think it's 6 by Hamlin last year. Actually,
Well,
Yeah,
didn't Larson get 6 in 2022?
no, he only got 2.
Or what year am I thinking of that he got 6? Or was that in
Maybe
2021?
2021. That was the last year. He had 10 wins.
yeah, he had 10. Yeah.
Alex
Well, I
Bowman
mean,
was next
so
with 4.
is it possible to get double digits by Tyler Reddick and or I mean he's sitting pretty to at least set the record for most wins in this car in a season.
Well, I don't think it's impossible. I just think it's very difficult. It's really tough. I personally don't think he's going to do it. I think he'll get around to like, I don't want to say the funny meme number, but that. But um, I mean, I just think that the competition is way too like close nowadays with these new cars, and just people are just better. It seems more even nowadays. So I think it's be really difficult for him to get to that like double digit win threshold, in my opinion.
But do you think he can set the record for most wins in a season in this style of car?
Yeah, I think he can actually. Crazy enough, the 6 he said.
If it is
From
6, he's only
from
2
what I'm
away.
seeing,
Yeah,
it's looking like 6.
yeah. I think he can for sure.
He definitely could set it. I don't know if he breaks it. I think as soon as we get to the chase, I think people start racing a little bit different. It's gonna be a little bit tougher, so we'll see.
I think I don't know if he reaches double digits, but I mean 4 out of 6 into how many races? It's what 36 races, right?
Yeah.
Uh, in the full season. I mean, like on pace, that's on pace for a crazy amount if you really look at it.
24, I think. I think it's 24.
Yeah, like that's crazy. If you like, there's no way in this type of car like someone's gonna do that. But I mean, like you never know. Like anything's possible with how they've been this season, you know. But I don't know. I feel like reaching double digit would be pretty hard. But I feel like I mean, Toyota's been too strong. I feel like not even to win.
Not
And then 15 for regular season championship. Yeah.
So he would net lose 10 playoff points if it finishes with 4 wins and the regular season. Now the problem is that he has almost 100-point gap to second. So when the chase starts, he's gonna have 100-point gap to 16th. Like that's where it gets crazy. But I mean, the chase has always been like that. I just think it's more feasible because I think 25 points. I think he's gonna have 2 bad races. If he doesn't, this is gonna be a crazy season. If he doesn't have some performances that aren't stellar. But if he continues these top 10s, top 5s without the wins, we may could see the best average finish of a driver in a season in a very long time. So I don't know. We'll see. Great questions.
I got one more.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'll make it a quick one. Everybody just kind of answer short. If Chase Elliott doesn't win a race this year, does Alan Gustafson get removed as crew chief?
You should.
He's not.
I think he should, but there's a good chance that he's not.
He does not get removed.
I think he does not win a race. Oh, go ahead. Finish your point.
Allen will not leave the pit box unless he retires. And this is why, and this is what frustrates me about Allen. He's had some Hall of Fame type of drivers as his driver. Okay, he has 1 championship. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I agree with that. I personally believe if Chase doesn't win a race this season, but also like continues to have runs like he did at Darlington, where we're running 15th, I think Allen's out at the end of the year. I don't know who replaces him. I don't
Blake
know.
Harrison.
I'll be
No.
100% honest.
No.
The one that I would absolutely love, and I don't care about how much drama's coming with him. Go buy him out from Spire. Give me Gabe Hart. Oh my God. I would tie Gibbs all over the place.
I will say this. I know that Hendrick would be like, no, we're not doing that because he doesn't like controversy, even though he got the most controversial driver in 2021.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, exactly.
Here, Cal.
But I do think that we could see him steal like a top level crew chief in other manufacturers. Like
Who's Hocevar's crew chief right now?
I have no idea actually.
I gotcha.
Because I mean, whatever he's doing, it's working too.
Yeah, I don't know. But I could actually see. Okay, let's be for real. If I was Rick Hendrick, I would be going. Obviously Reddick hasn't signed a deal with 2311. You're probably not going to get the driver, but you could get the crew chief. I mean, I'm just saying, like that's like you're not going to get the driver, but you're also going to get the person who's setting up the vehicles. So, I don't know. I think that's a smarter idea.
Hocefar's crew chief, by the way, is Lucas A. Lambert.
I've never even heard that yet.
He's
Me neither,
working.
but dude's doing something.
Hey, I'll take somebody. Honestly, anybody but Blake Harris. You said
No.
Blake Harris.
You can
No.
have him.
No, that guy is god awful. Like,
Dude, I thought it was going to be good with the next gen, too, for road courses, and it just hasn't been.
yeah, sorry.
Hot
He
take, I'm gonna
makes
take Blake
Alan-
Harris
he
over
makes
Gustafson right
Alan-
now.
I don't know. He's like
I think
he
I
makes
think Blake
Bowman.
Harris.
He makes Bowman look like the whole ass sometimes, and like Bowman's like decent. Like he's not the whole ass like Herbst, but
Man, he's
hey,
crotchable at least.
give me Herbst's crew chief. He's making him look like a top 25 driver.
I think Blake Harris makes Alan Gustafson look like the best crew chief in the field, to be honest. So I mean,
That brother sucks. Anyway, we'll go into our picks here. I will share the the points. Here we are. On the stream, it does not have this white at the bottom. I just had to do that because of our graphic. But DJ, he is not with us. He also hasn't sent me his picks, so we don't know who he will pick. Is our points leader. Cody gained a lot of positions. Hunter Baker gained a lot of positions. And then, of course, the 3Ds and Damon, right? So, triple Ds.
4Ds.
Yeah,
Quadruple Ds.
40.
yeah. I was going to say the double Ds, but, we'll see.
Double Ds.
4 inches to 6 inches is average, and then you got the triple Ds here. This is a great podcast that we're starting this off.
All right.
Good job, Dylan.
But David didn't send me his pick, so I get first pick. We're going into the O'Reilly race at Martinsville. I suck at getting this together. I always forget this part of the day. We are racing on Saturday, March 28th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the CW, of course. It is the NFPA 250 laps. And my win pick is Carson Kloppel.
I like it.
That's a good pick.
For my pick, I want to choose someone out of that same Junior Motorsport camp. I'm going to take Sammy Smith as the winner.
For my pick, Cody, you know where this is going. Give me the 2026 O'Reilly champion, Brandon Jones.
Oh, God.
I like it. Great pick, dumb boy.
For my pick, give me the real 2026 O'Reilly champion. He has a bounce back week. Give me Austin Hill.
Ooh.
There's some guys that are out here, but I kind of want to just do this to give him some love. But give me Lee Pulliam in the 9 car.
I like that pick. That's sentimental.
I am praying to God that Damon takes Allgaier just so DJ doesn't have the last pick and still gets Allgaier.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
like,
The fact
you
that
mean like
none of
DA
us-
did?
Yeah, that's what I
The
did
fact
last
that none of us just picked Allgaier again.
Well, Carson Kloppel actually was my number one pick. Like that, I have him winning this. But I mean, Brett Cruz is still on the board. Of course, the Hurricane of Corey Day. That's the wrecking ball. I'm sorry, not the Hurricane. Um, and Luke Baldwin. That's gonna be a really good person to watch out for. I mean, I know he's like in a very bad car, but I'm excited to see what he does. Now we go to the Cup race. It is at Martinsville as well. It is on Sunday. Where is it at? Yeah, March 29th, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on FS1 again. It is the Cookout 400. I swear Cookout like sponsors every race over in the southeast.
A lot of it.
Which it's 400 laps. It's not the 500 lap race. Oh, interesting. I know that they changed it to 400, but I thought that was only for the night race. I didn't know that they did it only for the sprint race. My suck pick. Gosh, I'm gonna do it. Tyler Reddick sucks this week.
Ooh, okay.
That's
my
great. That's
suck
gonna be mine.
For my suck pick, I looked at averages. I think the next gen era, the driver's average finishes like 24.7. We get Noah Gragson as my suck pick for Sunday.
I'm gonna put the guy who's probably gonna be pretty good on Saturday as my suck pick, Justin Allgaier.
I am going to go with a dude who struggled last week, and I think there's something wrong in that camp. Joey Logano.
That's a good pick.
I kind of have to go with the same thing off of a bad run this last week, and coming off of having a fight with somebody and then having a bad run the next week. I'm gonna go Chastain here.
Who is going to have a good run? My pick is AJ Allmendinger.
Okay. I actually disagree with Cody here. I think Ross Chastain's actually going to have a pretty good run this coming Sunday.
Speaking of good runs, this strength's pretty similar to the Clash. Give me Ryan Preece.
I think this guy needs a good run, and he had a lot of success when it was the Xfinity series. Give me Josh Berry to have a good run.
I like that.
I like that.
I feel like that's kind of a surprise for me, but I feel like RCR's kind of been decent, so I'm gonna go Austin Dillon for a good run.
Darcy R, man, I don't know. We'll see about that.
I actually don't
Yeah,
hate
we'll
that.
see.
All right, who is going to win the Cookout 400? I have two drivers in mind. Hendrick Motorsports gets his first win of the season with William Byron.
Ooh. All right. So what's really funny here is that I was going to choose Blaney here, but I'm not. I was going to choose Blaney here, but that dog water booty ass picker I do not trust. So here, I'm going to take Christopher Bell as my winner. Wait, did I already choose him before?
I don't think so. I mean, I can look at it later.
I don't think you did. We can
don't-
go back and look, and if you did, we'll let you change it. But I don't think you
well,
have.
I'll just say Bell's the first one. If I already picked him before, I'll choose Blaney then.
All right.
Let's
Well,
just do Bell, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
well, I like what Hunter said. Give me Josh Berry for the win.
Ooh. Okay. Like it.
I can't believe I'm about to say what I'm about to say.
Oh boy.
Say it.
Say it.
Chase Elliott wins
Yes.
this week.
Oh yes.
Huntsville.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's having engine problems.
Wow.
Left
Are we surprised?
Don't you dare
Chase
put
Elliott
that on
family
me.
chooses Chase Elliott? Holy.
Oh, Hunter, why'd you have to do that?
I,
Oh man, and that was gonna be like I looked at like his results, like Chase's results, like in this exact race, the past races,
I
and
know. It's
even
pretty damn
that was
impressive.
well, not race. I was like, dude, this is gonna be perfect. I don't feel like was gonna pick it's kind of early, and then Hunter said he's gonna pick him at Kansas, so I was like, yes, this is gonna be perfect. And nope. um, I'm kind of stuck between two guys here. Uh, I think I think it kind of just fits, and we'll go with this because I'm not gonna get him for a race I want him to get him at. We're gonna go Bubba Wallace. His finishing results have been pretty good at Martinsville.
Oh, that's a really solid pick.
He ran very well here in the spring last year. I believe he was running second for a hot second behind Denny last year.
I
Yeah, he's been pretty decent.
I cannot believe that none of us picked Ryan Blaney. That is
I feel like he's decent in the spring, but him in the fall.
Yeah, him in the fall.
Yeah, the
That's
fall's
exactly
insane.
why I didn't pick him. Is because of his spring results.
I
But
will say,
man,
I wrote down William Byron, by the way.
I believe that he's actually going to do it. But my first pick was actually, so I'll tell you what I actually had in order. It was Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, and then William. But I wanted to save Chase for a track that I feel like was like secure. But that's a great pull. Awesome. Well, we'll get Damon's and DJ's picks. Obviously, Damon didn't get to pick the first driver, but I'm sure that he still got some really good drivers to pick from. But is that it? Is anything
Wait.
Oh,
Do we have the ball?
What is on the line?
Do we have the ball?
Yes,
Yeah, the
A
ball.
Kyle
The
Busch
ball.
lead lap finish.
Let's get it.
he got up so quick.
Oh no.
He missed.
bro lost the ball.
I should have just threw it, man. I should have tanked
The ball.
Hey, can you do one more for me? If you make this next one,
Chase Elliott has engine problems.
no. If you make this next one, Alan Gustafson gets fired at the end of the season.
All right,
Oh
you
my
got
God! Please, DA. Please.
Your one job, DA. Your one
All right.
job.
I will sacrifice my pick of Chase Elliott this week for having Justin get fired, dude. Please make this.
He sacrifices for Allen to get fired tomorrow.
Dang it! Another year! All right. Thank you
I've
guys.
seen the groundhog see his damn shadow, man.
Dang, even DA's not happy.
Put me on the bench, coach.
I touched the ball, coach.
I touched the ball, coach.
Well, that ends it here. It was a long podcast, but it was really great. We had a lot of great questions. Go ahead.
I didn't get it in last week. It's time to Vertigo.
That's so crazy. Anyways, I loved all the things. It was really great questions. A lot of good topics. I do not have the my YouTube on my computer kind of crashed, so I don't see who viewed what. So sorry about that. I usually say what we did. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're here every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please come watch us live. Comment. We'd love to hear from you.
Hit that notification button. I'm watching you. If you don't, I want to bite the kneecaps.
But you guys subscribe first. Subscribe first.
Yeah, subscribe first.